You talk about the Buffalo Bills missing the window to talk to some people because they're still playing or whatever, they're still in it. Is that why Phil Rivers is getting an interview potentially? Because he's one of the people they can certainly talk to at this exact moment. They just want to leave no stone unturned. What's the realistic opportunity here for the Buffalo Bills to be taking a brand new stadium? And if Josh Allen's sitting in on these, which is fascinating, I appreciate their respect for Josh Allen and his importance to the program and his relationship with the head coach mattering for the success of them going forward. I know there's detractors to it, and I will certainly listen to them, and I understand they have their take as well. For me, I think a quarterback is a CEO of locker room. I think that person should have a seat in there, but only if they've earned it. Has Josh Allen earned it? I would say yes, but there's certainly some people that would say no as well in the entirety. Aaron Rodgers was not asked, I don't think, whenever LaFleur was hired in Green Bay. I think that was a big story. I think that ended up being something. There's been other situations in the past. But anyways, I assume Peyton was asked whenever Jim Caldwell got the job after Tony Dungy here in Indianapolis. So interesting dilemma there. But if you could explain a little bit more about Josh Allen's role in there and how normal this would be or abnormal this would be. And then also the Buffalo Bills. Phil Rivers, obviously we love him here in Indianapolis. And did you see what he did to Seattle? Everybody's talking about the Seattle Seahawks defense.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Rivers, fresh off the bulletin board, fresh off the headset of coaching high school football, almost beats the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. And everybody's like, this guy can't complete a pass. Nobody can against Seattle, but Phil Rivers still can. And that's because Phil Rivers knows this offense. Would he be offensive coordinator and head coach? Just all that involved there, Shefty. Sorry, I went on a rant, but it needed to be said.
Yeah. Let's start with Philip Rivers. And he's been busy getting ready for this interview with the Bills. And my understanding is he was ready to go when he was being called into that interview this morning in Florida. He's there. That's where the Bills are doing the interviews. Philip Rivers doesn't do anything without being thoroughly prepared. And I'm going to be really surprised because he's in there right now as we speak. I'm going to be really surprised if Philip Rivers doesn't wow them in the interview. Now, are they going to hire him? I have no idea how Brian Daboll and Brady and Davis Webb, some of these other candidates are going to do. But I can tell you that Philip Rivers has a chance to become the third person in history to become a head coach without any prior head coaching experience at all. Jeff Saturday did it for your Colts. Norm Van Brocklin did it back in 1961.
Called him Brock.
And now,
NVB.
They call him Coach Brock, Rocky.
Yeah, he'd be the third. Again, here's the thing. Philip Rivers, that's just who he is. Like, he elevates people. He raises up people. He's never been the head coach of an NFL team. He's been the head coach of a high school team. But this is his chance to present his ideas and his perspective to see whether or not he's ready for a job like that. Like, we've seen other people in similar situations. If you remember a few years ago, people were interviewing Josh McCown right away. I think the Texans did. And there were some people who thought Josh McCown was going to get the Texans job that I think that year went to Lovie Smith. So Philip Rivers, if he wants, can be a head coach one day. Is it this day? We'll find out. That's up to the Bills and him and that presentation. And Josh Allen will be sitting in. And that tweet that you held up, I know Ryan Fitzpatrick said he strongly disagrees. I think certain players, this is me, are in different categories. They're in different categories. Josh Allen is an MVP. If you win an MVP and you're the best player in the league or amongst the 2 or 3 best players in the league, and you're going to be in that city for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, to me, why would you not include him in the conversation to hire a head coach? You're going to get his input anyway. What does it matter if he's sitting in? It's just a different perspective, different ideas. I don't have any issue. I know players don't ordinarily sit in on interviews, and maybe you could say it's a bad precedent. But I would say when there's a player holding out that, is an 8-time All-Pro player, and the team does something for him that they haven't done for anybody, like include a no-trade clause. Well, you say to the other people, when you go to 8 straight All-Pro teams, when you win the NFL, we'll do the same for you. And I just think he's in a different category, and it's being reflected in the way that they're conducting interviews with him being a part of it.
Well, and also if he wants to be a part of it, like we go back to Baltimore, who just made their hire.
Yeah.
Like, did Lamar want to be a part of it? Was Lamar a part of it? How much a part of it was he? All those things. Because Bisciotti said they definitely have input, they don't have power, I believe was his exact quote. So is he also, you know what I mean? So, like, I assume Josh Allen's the same thing. Like, he certainly has his input, but he's not the one that's going to be making the decision. Ultimately, Pagula sounds like he's potentially going to be, hey, a lot of talking out of Terry. A lot of talking out of Terry. I like this when these owners. You need to start, because I know you text with the owners. You need to tell them we need more microphones in front of them.
Yes.
We need podcasts from these owners. We need them talking more. You know what I mean, Shefty? Tell them that. Not just through anonymous sources of like Schefter tweets.
No.
Anonymously, the building is very pissed off at the coach. It's like, well, who's Shefty? Who'd you get that from? A building sent you? How's that even exact? We know you got connections everywhere. We know you got a busy day. We appreciate you joining us talking about the big news.